Hey guys, I'm really excited to talk to you this week about self-love and self-worth. Now I know some people think that self-love is a little bit wishy-washy, a little bit woohoo, a little bit out there, or maybe it's only for women. It's really not. It's for everyone, and it is super important. Self-love and self-worth can be the difference between you enjoying your life and hating it. And from personal experience, I know that not having self-worth, you can sabotage your entire life, every area of it. So it really is important. Now, if you don't have self-love, do you think you're gonna nurture yourself, you're gonna look after yourself, you're gonna do what's gonna give you more of all the things you want? Think of it as a plant. If you bought a pot plant and you wanted it to grow and you want it to look beautiful, but right now you hated the way it looked, are you gonna look after it? Are you gonna nurture it? Probably not. Maybe once in the blue moon, but not regularly. Whereas if you loved that pot plant, you would nurture it as often as you could. You'd look after it and you'd see it bloom and grow and just be even more of its potential. Well, that's you. If you don't like yourself, you're not gonna look after yourself. So it's time to really start falling in love with you so that you look after yourself and love yourself and nurture yourself so that you can be even more, so that you can be that person that you wanna get to. You've probably heard me say it 1,000 times, but no one's perfect. None of us are perfect. We all have room to grow and improve, absolutely. That doesn't mean you can't love who you are right now. There are parts of you that you should celebrate and love. You know, if the things you told yourself, the way you feel about yourself, if that was your best friend, would you be proud of them or would you be disappointed in them? I know for me, I don't want to hear my best friend or my loved ones putting themselves down the way I used to. I don't want to hear them saying those things to themselves. The way that we talk to ourselves, whether it's out loud or in our own heads, still makes a huge impact on us. And in fact, when you say it quietly to yourself inside your head and you're not saying it out loud, it can make an even bigger impact because that means you're usually saying it more often. So if it's things like I hate myself or I look like crap or anything along those lines, you wouldn't want to hear that from a loved one or a best friend. So it's time to be a little nicer to yourself. Take off those negativity glasses and those awful goggles that make you just see what's bad about yourself. Throw them in the bin and start looking through kinder eyes. Because you wouldn't say those things to someone you love. You wouldn't say that to your best friend. So one of the things that I'm going to ask you to do is make a list of 20 things that you love about yourself. They shouldn't all be physical things. And there probably will be a couple of physical things on there as well, but not all physical. There is more to you than just your body. I want you to find like a journal or a book, or if you don't have that, just a piece of paper. You can even do it in your phone. If you are going to get that diary or journal, make sure you do it tomorrow and still write out your list of 20 things tonight on just a piece of paper, because otherwise it can become your excuse. So get into action straight away, and then you can just copy them in or stick them into your journal or your diary as well. For me personally, I prefer to do this one on paper. It just feels like different being able to write this. It's like it becomes even more real. So get your book out, get a piece of paper out and write out 20 things you love about yourself. I know it might take you longer than just today, but do your best to get it done by the end of the week. You should be able to, and if you're not, then you're just not pushing yourself. You're just not looking within, and you're choosing to look through negative colored glasses. And really make sure that you do look and celebrate who you are, just like you would want to celebrate your loved one or your best friend as well. Now, after you do those 20 things, take a photo or type them out for us in a comment below, but post below so that we can see that you've done those 20 things and celebrate them with you, because it's more fun to do it that way. And then I want you to put your journal, your book, or even just a piece of paper, I want you to put it somewhere where you have access to it. And add things to it, at least one thing a week. Add at least one thing a week that you do love about yourself. And the more you do this, the more you'll learn to love yourself. And if you want a quality of life, if you want great health, if you want great wealth, you want great relationships, you need to see that you are worthy of those things. And being worthy of that starts with learning to love yourself. You deserve all of that and more. and you deserve the most amount of love that you can possibly handle. But it starts with you. It starts with you loving you. So make sure you get those 20 things done, post it below and show us, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye.